All right, hey guys, we are in the middle of Brisbane CBD and we're about to film Becky at Little Miss Sunshine. This is going to be great. Thanks so much for having us in this cool little brewery, like tucked in the city.
I know, it's so
like it's super weird and small, hey?
Yeah,
like
it's
multi-level and everything. What's going on? So, talk us through it. What do we got? What's in here?
Yeah. So this, as you can see, it's like a very cute, small setup, but it's really well designed. They really took a lot of time in putting this together, and so we can sit comfortably, and I can actually function well with the kitchen and everything going on.
Yep. So you can still brew while everything's happening.
Yeah. So, and the system is brand new. It's electric. It's a 10 hex system, so it's 1,000 liters. And we obviously have it's a 2-vessel system. Yep. So I have my mash, lauter, kettle, whirlpool. Nice. And then that's the cutest hot liquor tank known to world.
Yeah.
See how it
I don't think I've ever seen like a rectangle HLT. No.
Because originally it was designed to be all on the bottom.
Right, okay.
So you see that there's this platform that goes along. So that's, that they added that because they had to do piping and glycol, which I will show you later. The really cool feature here. Yeah,
cool.
But because of that, then all the tanks had to be raised and the HLT as well. So they needed to fit it, so it's like custom made for it.
And it would have been, like that thing would have had to be fully engineered too, because these things aren't heavy, when, especially when they're full of liquid and stuff.
They spared no expense in making this good and like just installing it correctly, high quality, like great tradesmen and that come through to put it all together, fix it all together. So I'm very lucky in that regard. I got like, you know, everything given to me in this like really nice package. Here you go, Becky.
Man, you got like tile floors.
I know, like when my mates come through, they're like, oh wow, this is so new. So, you know, I recognize that I am put in a really good position coming in and starting off. So yeah,
nice. Are there any other sort of tricks going on this end? Like, where's your mill? And
so we actually, because we're in this small space and it's a commercial building, so it's a Suncor building, we had to be really careful about our footprint here because also this building is very conscious about wastes and carbon footprint and things like that. So we just had to be careful about how we made the space overall. So we couldn't really fit too much in here. So we were originally going to do milling in this other area downstairs, but we decided that we're going to do it off-site for now until we come up with a better solution, just so that everyone's safe and we make sure that it's done in the way in which works best for us and the building and everyone here. So that's a bit of a fun quirk, but you know, all sorts of breweries do all sorts of different things.
100%. You should go up to see Smokey at Currumbin Valley.
Smokey, just get out Smokey. No, I love him. So the cool thing about this system as well too is if you look here, it's pretty awesome. This is a award grant.
Yes, the first one we saw actually was at Smokey's Brewery, and then when the rest of our New South Wales trip, I saw like 5 or 6 of them, like heaps of
I personally haven't used it before here. But it's so handy and so efficient, and I kind of low-key don't want to ever not use one again. Great English, don't ever not, there's negative in there somewhere. But yeah, so that's something that I really love about this system. Something else that's really unique is that it's electric. So it is a bit, not more difficult, but more interesting to work on as a brewer. Because, you know,
how long does it take to get your temps up?
It does take a little while for it to come to boil, but now that I've gone in a few brews down, I've kind of worked out how long it takes, what I need to do, and how to keep it at a and how to keep it at a how to keep it at a rolling boil. So it's been going well so far. And I know, yeah, it's just a different quirk. And that's the cool thing about brewing. Like, there's always going to be something weird or new or cool. Like, you could be brewing for 50 plus years and still go to a new brew kit.
But if everyone was the same, this podcast would have been one episode.
I know. It's just, yeah, exactly. You want to have like new experiences and learn from
100%.
Like, I mean, even with this, I've already put like a bit of a cheat sheet for myself.
Yep.
Coming from different production breweries to starting here, first time as a head brewer, first time alone. So it's kind of been a curveball, but it's been a really cool learning experience. So just like taking it in as I go and finding my feet. Yeah.
With like we were talking before about like your grain, so you mill off site, and you just rebag it back in the 25 kg bags, and obviously use a trolley and bring them all up here and
lay them here,
dump them in, and
and in the morning.
How do you get your waste out?
Yeah,
because that's another.
He actually just texted me. Wonderful guy. So I got connected to this gentleman who collects my bins the day after I brew. I just text him, and then he uses it for his cows as feed, and then he gives me back the bins that I used previously. So we just do like a bit of a switcheroo. So I just grain out here, and then I bring it down to the loading dock. They're okay with it staying overnight, and then he
wouldn't want to be there any longer than that, eh?
No, that would be me. Especially in a corporate building, it'll be like, most brewers would be like, these guys
we'll
would be
deal
like,
with that.
well, just die.
You only ever do that once, hey? Like leave spent grain for 2 days, and you're like, poof, this needs to be a thing that we clear out.
No. So he's very awesome and prudent about coming.
Do you need to get back to him if he's just
No,
you're
fine.
good.
I'll text him in a little bit.
Because he's got to wait now.
I'm brewing on Wednesday, so I have a little bit.
Nice. Can we have a look at the rest of the kit?
Yeah, sure. Just be careful coming through. So these are my fermentation tanks. They're 10 hec as well. So obviously 6 of them. The cold liquor tanks in the back. And something really cool that you can see or like is a bit funny or interesting are these lines from the tank. So the cool thing about this space that they were trying to problem solve, how do we keg off these tanks or how do we serve from these tanks is, I don't know where else has done this. I don't know if you've heard of anywhere else. This is the first time I've heard of this. They have glycol lines leading all the way to the basement downstairs.
Oh, okay.
So these attach directly to the fobs, the taps down there. And go into there, and we serve it from there, straight from tank to tap. But we can also keg down there as well.
Okay.
So it's.
I think Valley Hops might have something similar.
Okay, cool. Then,
but I'm not sure.
Time I've heard of it.
We haven't been there and interviewed the guys there yet, but
okay, cool.
I know that they use a lot of serving tanks and stuff. So I'm not sure.
All those serving tanks are quite common, but it's just interesting and cool that they've
definitely
installed these massive long lines, and they've been working well.
I thought like this was the bar. Is there another one downstairs as well?
No. So that's the cool room downstairs.
Yeah, cool.
So the cool room has to reach there and then also here. The guys who installed it, absolutely brilliant. They made it work. It's been going really well.
Excellent.
And so it I don't know if you can see, they're here. And then if you come here really carefully, those are the pumps for each tank. And then it goes and it feeds down through there, up through there. So it's really, really cool and unique, I would say.
Do you reckon we can have some beers now?
Yeah, of course.
Chat a bit more?
Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent.
So this is our lager and this is our pale. Like I said before, we were gonna come on this journey and start with approachable SKUs. So of course, lager pale, right? So the lager is meant to be more of a softer kind of Helles style beer, which is my experience coming from Burnley, like brewing a lot of German style lagers. Because this is my first brew, I'm very proud of it. It's clean, it's really easy drinking, but it came out drier than I wanted it to be. But it's Queensland, so everyone's been loving it.
That's what I've just had 2 mouthfuls. That's super smashable. That's excellent.
Yeah, everyone's been absolutely frothing it, which is like
emotional.
It's very it is emotional because it's like I said, it's been my first go at being alone. And you can see like it's just so beautiful. The head retention is great. The color is what I wanted it to be. The pale came out lighter than I wanted it to be, so I'm tweaking the recipe. But the lager, like it just, it did way better than I wanted it or expected. To be. And so that's called Sunny Days. That's the breezy pale. Now with that one, it also came out a bit drier than I wanted it to be. Just getting to learn this brew kit, and I'm brewing the pale again on Wednesday, so I think I understand why that happened. I finished lower than I wanted. So the bitterness is a bit more apparent in but than I wanted it to be, but I still think it's really...
It's a nice beer.
Thank you.
And it's super fruity and like that's really
I really wanted it to have that kind of like, like, I always say like, fruity pebbles from America. Do you know? I don't know. Some people don't know it. But that's what I really wanted in the pale, like to have this kind of like nice, for lack of a better term, like kind of bubbly fruits experience where you're having like apricot and peach and that's exactly what I wanted it to be.
Get your face near it without smelling that already.
I just wanted it to punch people's noses because as you very well know, aroma is so important because as you're going to drink a beer, that's what, first you look at appearance, but like as you're going in to actually, experience the sensory aspect of it. Exactly. Aroma is the first experience you have. So if you don't get that right, then that doesn't flow into the overall impression of your beer. So I wanted to make sure, especially with the pale, that I just got that aroma to that, really, like I said, bubbly fruit. I can't think of another term for it, but just like, you're smelling and you're picking up this, and it's kind of messing with your mind, but it's like a really cool tropical fruit experience. Again, this was my very first one, second one on a brand new kit. So I have time to understand how to improve. Every brewer is improving. If you just
the next brew is your better brew.
Exactly, like that's the aim, right? So, and if for some reason it wasn't, then you just learn from it. Like you learn by making mistakes as well too. So you can't always be winning. You got to lose in order to gain.
I think if you go in like expecting to change everything, and if you change too many parameters, you move the goalposts so far away that you go, I don't know what I did here to get to this step now.
Exactly.
I've changed my water cams and I've changed my hops rate and I've changed, could be a different grain, and then now you're over here, it's a whole different beer, and you're like, shit, too many steps.
Exactly.
So to get to that point, I don't even know what I've changed to get to here now. That might still be a great beer, but it's not where you wanted to take that little journey.
Exactly. Very well put. So
it's not my first time.
So that's and again, I'm thankful that they're giving me a lot of space and time and room to breathe and experience and grow. So I can take. I'm very lucky. I know I'm very lucky in this regard as a brewer. I can do those slow and steady steps and tweak here and then maybe take it back. And I am watching or like recording my process. Taking photos, writing down sheets, making notes here and there, because also my background is sensory evaluation. So I sit down and do like a thorough review of the beer and then compare like, okay, what was it like that I wanted in malt aroma or hop aroma? What didn't come up through? And look at like my recipe and go, okay, well, maybe it was the combination of this, or So, for example, with my pale, I think that give it away. One of the you'll smell it. One of the hops is clearly Galaxy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
The new batch of Galaxy is so amazing, but it's so pungent that it kind of overpowers the hop profile I wanted it to be. It's delicious, don't get me wrong, like shout out to HPA, but I do want a bit of balance, so I'm gonna tweak that and try a little splash of something else. So I can track that and take my time doing that. So
now, you mentioned the US. You're from the US, right?
Yep.
We're the Big Apple.
Did
you brew over there, or did you come over here and just do brewing, or was it where's all this come from?
Yes.
How did you get into the industry and loving it?
Yeah, I had a fun journey. Hey, so from New York City, and I came to Australia almost 11 years ago.
Yep.
So I came over originally to do a master's, but in international relations, so like something completely
not brewing.
But you know, actually,
this is international relations.
I reckon like 99%, maybe it's less now, like maybe like 95% of like the brewing world of brewers come from like totally different backgrounds. Yeah. So I went to Melbourne, did my degree there, and unfortunately, because I wasn't a permanent resident or citizen, I couldn't do any government work.
Yep.
So as I was trying to look for stuff at the same time, started making friends in the beer industry and drinking beers, you know, getting into it. And then they kind of like were encouraging me like, oh, hey, Becky, like you really like, it's not just like drinking, but like you really like talking about it. Like, have you considered doing this? One of the things they recommended, a friend, was the Cicerone program.
Yep. How good is that? That's so good.
It's so cool. So I, you know, being or getting my master's of international relations, obviously I love like history and humanities and stuff. So I started studying beer history and I went berserk. I was like, yo, this is so cool, because like beer's been around since like the dawn of civilization.
Yeah, it's like old times stuff.
Oh my gosh, and it's created so many technologies that people don't realize.
100%.
Like, and like, so it was just fascinating. I just fell down a rabbit hole, and then I was like, okay, cool, let me do this, you know, Cicerone program, kept studying, and then I got to know more people in the industry because of it, and then got into events.
Yep.
And then through that, kept doing the Cicerone, did the certified Cicerone.
Very cool.
And then got introduced and put into sales. So I was a sales rep for a while.
Yeah.
But then I started to really get into like beer in the sense of like judging. So I'm a certified BJCP judge. Yep. So beer judging certification. I'm so smart. It's so great.
That's why BJCP.
No, I'm just
acronym it.
Yeah, just Google it, look it up. But I'm kidding. But yeah, so I started to do that sort of work and study around beer, and then I realized like I really want to get into sensory. I love talking about beer. I love evaluating it. I love like pulling it apart. Like, what is that sensation? What is that flavor?
Seeing
what's
more
going
in the
on?
beer than just the beer.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So then I asked around for some advice, like should I go back to school to do food science, or should I switch into like something more, you know, like brewing, like, you know, just like actual physical work around like beer science and whatnot. And so I got not pushed, but like recommended or given advice to do that instead of going back to school, because I've already built up so much in beer or in the industry. So I got given a couple opportunities to jump into brewing, and then I did that, and then now I'm here.
Yeah, nice. Was it scary to make a jump like Melbourne to Brisbane?
Yeah.
That's a big move. Like, I don't know what it's like equivalent in the US, but well, fuck, even from the US to Melbourne's a big move, right?
Yeah.
My geography knowledge is fucking up there. But you know, like as you said, like this is your first, like you're on your own here. It's your first head brewing role. You're a female in a pretty male-dominated industry. You're the first female brewer we've had on to chat to us. Like how That's a lot of factors. Like, and you're just like, going, yeah, I'm making beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, that's all. No, go for it. That makes me happy. Like, that's the point of beer, right? But it's all nice when you put it that way and like lay it out like that. That's cool. And like, I'm not taking it for granted. I am very aware and proud that I am a woman in this industry.
Yep.
I'm a head brewer, and
so
worked
many
really
these
hard.
days.
Yeah,
Like there are a lot.
and there's a
right?
lot
But
more
it's-
women, and I'm hoping that my experience and what I've done and how I've gotten here can help encourage other women. And I was in Pink Boots for a long while. I still do stuff with other women in the industry,
Yeah.
but so I'm very aware of all of that. But yeah, no, at the end of the day, I just really wanted to make
beer,
great
watch
beer,
people
and
enjoy it.
yeah, like seeing people enjoy it is great, and it all helps like my, future goal of learning more about sensory around beer and quality. And so in relation to that, it's been actually really fun because I'm by myself.
Yeah.
I can do the things that I feel like would work, and then see the responses and go, okay, that worked or didn't work. And then I can tweak it, and because of that, I have a better understanding of not only like brewing science, but sensory, because so that sensation made you happy, but not that other person. I wonder why. What was it? The smell or the taste? What's going on there? So it's really cool. Like it is actually helping my journey.
Yep.
And I'm glad that people can enjoy it. And I do hope it encourages other people to make the jump. It was terrifying. I was like, I got tossed into this. I was like, how am I doing this? I moved up from Melbourne. So I finished my previous role on a Friday.
Yep.
Moved up the Saturday, Sunday in my car, tossed everything in my car. Had Monday off. I just unpacked. I unpacked. Like I was here, I unpacked things on Monday, passed out, started on the Tuesday. So I've had no time to stop, no rest for the
Not
wicked.
even decompress.
No, but it's been cool. Like I'm really, really thankful for this opportunity and experience. And now that I've done this, and I'm still going. There's still so much. It's never ending. Yeah, I'm like, wow, if I can do it, anyone can, and especially other females, other individuals that feel like they're not, capable enough.
Yeah.
Shoot, there's people that have been brewing way longer than me, but I'm here. Anyone can do it as long as you have the heart and passion to do it. So.
Yeah. Last words, because I've run out of beer and I want to get another one. Is there anything that I haven't asked that you think, damn it, this is something I wanted to say about my beers?
Just that I am really along for the ride. Like I'm just taking it easy, step by step. Like I'm not trying to, make the most award-winning beer straight out the gate. This is a process for me, and so for whomever comes in, I want them to be part of that journey too. So if anyone comes in, I would love feedback to my team. I do want to know how we can make just great beer.
Yeah.
And for us, and especially for myself, it's just about that experience and having people just love beer again, just be a part of beer again. I think that again, everyone who are making those incredibly new distinctive styles, I absolutely love, but I do want to bring especially in this area, again, corporates that might not have a big craft beer background, but if I can get them involved into the story and journey of beer, and they're like, man, this is something that I would never drink, then they are gonna be curious, okay, what else can I get? What else can I try? What else can I taste? Can you tell me about this? What's going on? So here, it's definitely about that, again, togetherness, journeyness.
Yeah.
And so if anyone comes in, please let me know. I love hearing back about things.
Yep.
No beer is perfect.
No, right? And the next one is always the best beer.
Yeah.
New experience.
Yeah.
Becky, mate, thanks so much.
Thank
Starting
you.
to really pick up here.
Yeah, it's lunchtime, so we probably
might
should
sit down and have something to eat, I reckon.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, come here.